Hey, how's it going? It's Libby here. I'm back with another match analysis for the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle League finals. This time we're looking at Jonathan versus Koichi. And just a note, whenever I say EX and then a special move for Jonathan, I'm referring to the Ripple users have a subsystem where they can use an eighth of their super bar to power up a special move. It's actually just called Hamon, like Hamon Sendo Overdrive in the game, but it's just more simple to say EX. So let's do it. So that right there was an example of his EX Sendo Overdrive, and it's a ground-based projectile, and the EX version launches the opponent. We saw that back way when he got his ass kicked by Dio. That was like some of the first actual match footage we've seen, and it doesn't really do much damage. But it's really good because you'll be able to juggle after it. And also, the fact that it's on the ground means that it'll probably go under every other projectile in the game. As you can see, it also recovers very quickly. Jonathan is already like charging up a Zoom Punch and doing it. And Zoom Punch seems pretty crappy so far for Jonathan. But the quickness with that projectile that it comes out, it's not just the EX version. As we'll see, the normal versions have pretty interesting properties as well. So, right there, Koichi did Yurusanaizo, I won't forgive you. It's that move where he sends out echoes and it'll make a little like it'll stun whoever it gets to, and they'll be crumpled and he can combo after it. For some reason it didn't crumple Jonathan there, which makes me think that you might have to like detonate or hit a button to cause echoes to make this sound, because we've seen him send it out and it not really do anything. Then we've also seen him send it out and it like you see the little explosions coming off of him. So it might be that either depending on the strength he'll make the noise at various intervals, or you can hit the button again to make him do it. And you might have to time it so that you're in the middle of the opponent's character for it to actually stun them. Because for some reason, it didn't hit cleanly. And Jonathan's just like, yo, peace. So there might be some more nuance to using that move, which I think is good. Of course, Koichi just used his burst or his combo breaker there. If you don't know, it only costs 1/8 of his super bar. And unlike the other two characters' bursts, that is Dio and Diabolo's, at least what we know so far, we know that Koichi can do it in the air. If you look back, it was in the match against Giorno, and it looks really stupid when he does it. Koichi just becomes like a statue and plops to the ground. But actually, Jonathan could have blocked the burst there. Koichi did it on the last hit of his overdrive barrage, but Koichi just obviously could have done it earlier in it during the move and hit Jonathan out of it normally. So when it comes to fighting Koichi, you're going to have to be very, very careful, and it's going to be tough to kind of watch yourself and watch your moves, because even hard attacks, like hard normal attacks, and even some medium attacks seem really unsafe in this game, like on hit and on block. So just the amount of time it takes to recover from them will basically guarantee that if you're against a Koichi, you shouldn't use a hard attack in your chain, because they'll recognize that and just burst out of it. So you'll lose all that potential damage. I really don't like how it costs 1/8 of a bar, and he can even do it during the hit stun caused by his own burst. So I would love to. The first thing I'm going to do when I get this game is honestly go into training mode, give him 3 bars, and then see if I can burst Koichi 24 times in a row. That would be so crazy. There's also another way kind of around it, and that characters that have little auto combo special moves, ones that cause a like tiny little cutscene, will catch Koichi when he's kind of standing there planted before the actual explosion. Some of those moves include like Jolene's ground projectile, where she like wraps you and then brings you in and then punches you away. Will's Sendo Overdrive, he does the animation and it kind of changes the camera. Those should, at least Jolene's catches Koichi out of it, but it's, you know, you're getting like a tiny little bit of damage for predicting something. And if you predict wrong, then you're going to get punished. As it stands, there are a lot of characters that don't have those special moves. And for them, I guess it just sucks to suck. Alright, that was Jonathan's Scarlet Overdrive, and we have yet to see it hit. He does hit it in this match later, so we'll finally get to see it work. But one thing to note, in that one of the commercials featuring Darby, we can see that Jonathan, the Scarlet Overdrive, goes completely through, I think it's Whole Horse's projectile, the bullet. And so it definitely has invincibility on it, which case it's totally designed to be a Dragon Punch type move. And DPs, or Dragon Punches, these types of moves have fast startup and great priority, usually with invincibility, and are designed to beat other moves or to function as an anti-air if the opponent is jumping in. The drawback of them is that they have a huge amount of recovery time, and as you can see, Koichi is easily punishing Jonathan. Actually, all of the Ripple users have Dragon Punches. And then they all have projectiles, so I think they all seem to be kind of based around this Shotoken archetype, which is what, you know, Ryu and Ken are with the Fireball and Dragon Punch. Obviously, they kind of function a little differently, but it's just interesting to see that they have some overlap. I don't know why he has that long range move. I thought Act 3 was supposed to be short range. That right there, it was a normal move from Koichi. It was Echo's, looked like Act 2, I think. And it was definitely a normal because there was no little text or anything on Koichi's side. So it anti-aired Jonathan and knocked him down instead of causing that sort of flipping hit animation. So you should probably be able to juggle after it, which will be nice because Koichi is so small that he, in a way, might be able to anti-air people pretty easily because they need to be so low to the ground to hit him with an aerial normal. So look out for that. Maybe he can even go into the I Won't Forgive You move, Yudu Sanaizo, and get a full combo. That would be pretty nuts. Yep, I do super on my opponent's wake up too. There's the Scarlet Overdrive, finally. Just something quick to note. I don't know if we've seen such a clear-cut example, but as you saw, the EX Sendo Overdrive hit Echoes, and hitting your opponent's stand predictably causes the same hit reaction on the opponent, even if it's something weird like that, which launched Koichi up. So it's just something to note. And Luck and Pluck looks very unsafe, which is too bad. Although it might just be the version that Jonathan used. No combo for you, bitch. Once again, Luck and Pluck getting punished. And that is the EX Overdrive Barrage. Obviously, it launches as well. And this seems to be a common thread throughout all of the Hamon users, the Ripple users, is that all of their EX moves change the qualities of the specials and give them a lot of utility. So they'll have a lot of combo options. We've seen that Caesar's EX Dragon Punch move causes a crumple. Jonathan could definitely juggle after that. The AI is too stupid to do it, but the Ripple users will have a lot of variety, even though they don't have stands. That right there, the tackle was Jonathan's. It's a command normal. Oh, Jonathan. Oh, got luck and pluck, finally. And that's what happens when you try and randomly DP someone. You get punished. I wanted to take this time because I've seen so much speculation and like worried message posts about like, oh, the sand users are so much better than the ripple users. There's no way to beat them. So it's true that the stand users are going to have superior range because they have this stand doing things for them, and they probably have better hitboxes and stuff. And they have stuff like stand rush, which will be cool. But as I was mentioning, the ripple users aren't going to be completely screwed. They have EX moves for only 1/8 of a bar. And especially with a character like Caesar, I think Caesar is so well-rounded because he has a tracking projectile, 2 more projectiles from various angles, a beam projectile, a dragon punch that on EX it crumples. So all the ripple users will be able to use a bunch of different EX moves in a combo, which will do more damage. And they also have access to these special moves that have a lot of utility, like as you saw, the EX overdrive barrage, it juggles, and so does his projectile. You're just going to see ripple users really efficiently using meter, and they'll be able to do a lot of damage. So I see all over the place people saying that stand users are going to dominate the ripples. Like, I don't think that's going to happen at all, especially since all of the ripple users have this kind of Shoto archetype where they have a projectile and they have a dragon punch. So especially with characters like Caesar, Will, and Joseph, I think their EX projectiles are going to be so annoying to deal with. Because with Will and Caesar, their EX projectiles do like 20, no, not 20. It's like 15 hits. And even if you're blocking that stuff, you're still taking a lot of chip damage. You're still like on the defensive that entire time when you're blocking a 15 hit projectile. And it's just from 1/8 of a bar. This isn't like other fighting games where EX moves are, half a bar, 1/4 of a bar. It's an 1/8. So ripple users will be able to throw out these screen controlling projectiles for very cheap. And a character like Joseph, his EX projectile, it's the clacker throw, and he throws 2 of them, and then he can make them come back. So that's going to be so annoying and so good for pressure that I'm not worried about the ripple users at all. I think ripple breathing should build you meter more quickly. I think it seems kind of dumb in that respect. But especially Caesar, God, he just seems so well-rounded. His kick move has auto guard on it. Like, he's got a DP that crumples, and his projectiles all hit like 10 times. He has an air projectile. So I just wanted to say, even though Jonathan got his ass kicked here, all the people clamoring about ripple users and how they're boned, no, I think they're going to be really solid. Hopefully I should have the next match up soon. I might finish it today. It might be tomorrow. But thanks for watching.